All right, so this is a 160, 10 minutes. I am plaintiff's attorney, Mr. Dixon.
I am the witness.
I am the court.
I am the defense attorney, Mr. Lord.
Okay, starts with me, Margin, plaintiff's attorney, and then we go into examination by plaintiff's attorney. Ready? I think we were in the middle of cross-examination of the minor, if I recall.
You are right. Further questions?
I have not had any questions, I don't believe. I think we were on direct at the time we recessed.
I have her testimony here. Do you have any further direct?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ruth Ann, please take the stand. You are still under oath from the other day. State your name again for the record.
Ruth Ann Griffith, RUTHANNGRIFFITH.
You may proceed.
Now, Ruth Ann, I understand I will probably go over some of the areas, but some of the information I have forgotten in the last few days. You went to this party sometime on the day that the accident occurred, the day before the night of the accident, is that right?
Yes.
What type of party was this?
It was a get-together. My girlfriend had moved into this house and I helped. I was helping that whole day move in, and she didn't have her refrigerator connected or anything. So we went out and bought potato chips and barbecue. We had beer there, we were drinking beer and, eating hot dogs and hamburgers and just friends getting together, for her new house that she moved into.
This was Peggy Harper?
Peggy Harper.
Do you recall this as being a Wednesday night, the day that it happened, middle of the week?
I think it was a Wednesday night or Thursday night. I am not sure.
And there were how many people there at the party together when it first began?
When it first began, it was me, Linda, Cindy, Steve, Skipper, Guy, and a couple other people, and then more people started coming over.
What time did the party start?
It was supposed to start at 7:30, but people came, at 6:30. Some came around 6.
During the evening, how much did you have to drink? Do you recall?
About, maybe altogether, about 3 beers.
And did you go there with Richard Shaw?
Yes, I did. He had come and picked me up at my house.
And your house? Who did you live with at the time?
My mom and dad.
He picked you up and took you over there sometime before 7:30?
Maybe about 7:30.
The gentleman that was seated here today, who was that?
That is a friend of the family's.
Friend of your family?
Well, friend of my brother's, works on the shoes, our horses.
He was at the party?
Yes, he was.
What was his name?
Craig. Well, I call him Rocky. That is, I guess, his nickname. I guess that is what everybody calls him.
Was he at the party when you got there?
Yes. Well, no. I was there about 6, and I was there before he was. He had just come at the party about maybe 7:30, somewhere around in there.
When he got there, had he been drinking already?
I think he had a beer, yes.
This was throughout the evening. He had one beer?
He was drinking a beer when I saw him, but I don't know how many beers he was drinking that night.
Did you ever recall him becoming intoxicated?
No, I don't. I don't think anybody got that much, intoxicated or what that is.
Now, you indicated that you went to the store sometime that evening. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
And who drove to the store?
I think Linda did. Pretty sure Linda did. It was her car.
Some other people went with you in the car?
Yes.
Did Rocky go with you in the car?
No, he didn't.
He stayed there at the party?
I am not sure. He did. I saw him at the store, so he wasn't at the party.
So he went to the store with you?
No, he didn't. He was at the store. I saw him at the store.
About what time was that?
Well, I saw him earlier that evening, but I had invited him to Linda's party to come to the barbecue.
Referring to the time when you went to the store with Linda.
I went to the store with Linda, me, Steve, and Cindy. I am not sure if Skipper went or stayed.
And you saw Rocky?
I saw Rocky at the store when we went to get the hot dogs and stuff.
Let me interrupt for a moment. She keeps referring to Skipper. I think if we clarify,
Richard Shaw,
yes, Richard Shaw,
Fine.
the question pending is what time did you go to the store?
About, I don't know how to tell time, so I am going to say about 5, somewhere around 5, maybe 4,
4 in the afternoon.
maybe about 5, yeah.
How long had you been at the party before you went to this store?
We went to the store before the party even had started.
Okay. And you went with Linda?
Yes, I did.
That is when you invited Rocky over to the party?
Yes, I had seen Rocky at the store.
After you had got to the party, then did you leave it again other than the time you left to go home?
Yes, I did.
Where did you go then?
I went to the store to get a 6-pack of beer and some cigarettes.
What time was that?
About 8, maybe 9.
Who did you go with that time?
Linda, Steve, and me.
Where was Rocky when you went there?
Supposedly at the party, I am pretty sure.
Was he at the party when you left?
Yes, when we went to the liquor store to get a 6-pack and cigarettes, yes, he was.
And he was at the party when you returned?
Yes.
Did you go to a liquor store or the Alpha Beta?
The store when we went to get the 6-pack and cigarettes because it is the only place we could buy beer because Skipper did not have ID with him.
You had run out of beer at the party?
Yes, but nobody would chip in, so we could only get a couple 6-packs.
You bought 2 6-packs then?
Yes.
And I take it that was gone by the end of the evening when you left?
Yes.
After you returned from the store the second time, picking up the beer, what went on between then and the time that you left?
We were just dancing and we were playing this game Yahtzee and spades. After Yahtzee, we played a game of spades.
Your Honor, I think there is...
Excuse me, counsel. I think the bailiff has the fugitive detail on the phone, and they will attempt to pick him up this minute. We do want him here as soon as possible. Do you know where he is other than at home?
I called his place of employment. He was not there. I understand that he called the miner's mother and said his mother died this weekend and he was not going to be here. I talked to him Friday and he said he was going to be here.
His mom died yesterday.
I suppose it is a waste of time to send the sheriffs out to his house. Do you know what city his mother lives in?
Glendora.
All right, we will just see what happens. Go ahead. I am sorry for the interruption.
How long did you play those games?
I would say about 2 hours. I don't know how to play Yahtzee, just know how to play spades, and I was dancing.
Was Rocky playing? What was he doing?
I think he was dancing.
He didn't play any spades with you anyway?
I don't recall.
And what time did you leave the party?
About 1, maybe 12 or 1.
You are not sure?
No,
That is because you can't tell time?
I don't know how to tell time.
And you left with Richard?
Yes.
Who was at the party when you left?
Linda, Steve, Cindy, and a couple other people. I don't remember their names, but he lived there with Linda.
Where was Rocky?
I think Rocky was there. I am not sure if he was there or not. I just know who goes and who does not go.
You don't recall whether he was there or not when you left?
He could have been. I don't recall if he was or if he wasn't.
From there, you went straight home?
Yes, I did.
Who did you play spades with?
I think Rhonda, Steve, and Mike.
Okay, who is Rhonda? Somebody there at the party also?
Yes.
Had she been there all evening?
I think so, yes.
Did you pay for the beer?
A little bit, yeah. I pitched in some money, yes.
But you didn't drink very much of it?
No, I didn't.
How much beer had you had before you went to the store for the second 2 6-packs?
Altogether, I say I drank about 3.5 beers because I don't like beer. I just drank it because everybody else was drinking it. So we'll do that another day.
Can you see it all? Can you see it? Is it record or not?
I think it says
There's a red line in the
It's
back.
still
Let's
record?
record, yeah. Do you want me to push the button?
No, hold on 1 second. When I'm pressing it, do you see it stop?
No.
Still record right now?
Yeah.
Still
Still,
record? Okay, you go ahead and turn it off.